Belly number 1 right here, bringing you part 3 in the series, what they don't want you to know about. Today is sugars and high fructose corn syrup. That was so corny. Anyway, high fructose corn syrup was introduced into the American diet in the 1970s. About the same time, partially hydrogenated oils were introduced into the American diet. And I did my last video on partially hydrogenated oils. And so, if you didn't check that out, go back and check that out. So, since the 1970s, we've had epidemic levels of obesity, diabetes, and other health-related issues because of this. Diabetic patients are being recommended an alternative to the white sugars and an alternative to drinking the sodas and all that other stuff that contains high fructose corn syrup. They're being recommended things like Sweet and Low, things like Splenda, things like Equal. Well, those things contain saccharin, which has a bad aftertaste and has a tendency to cause cancer. Aspartame, and I believe saccharin, by the way, is an Equal, because I tasted that before and it's just gross, so I think Equal has a saccharin. Aspartame, it breaks down into formaldehyde. It causes digestive problems and brain tumors. Splenda contains sucralose. Sucralose is a chlorinated compound that's made in a laboratory and is known to cause toxicity, and this is being recommended to diabetic patients. So it's no wonder, they're just being treated for diabetes, not cured, treated, and then they're still consuming things that are further making them ill. And I can't believe that they're being recommended this. As far as people with obesity, they go to the doctor says, you have a thyroid problem, and they speak of it as if, it's just something organic that happened to you, and nothing that you really did. They still say, cut down the sugars because you're obese or overweight. But high fructose corn syrup depresses thyroid function. It depresses thyroid function. When your thyroid isn't working properly, you feel sluggish. You have low energy. Your thyroid gland is your energy gland. So it doesn't make sense for you to be feeding your body what doesn't give you energy, what brings you down. That's what that crash from the sugar high is. And you think it's a sugar high that you actually fed your body something. No, your body is not getting anything from sugars. It's getting nothing. There's no vitamins, no minerals, no enzymes, nothing from sugars. It's just empty calories sitting there making you fat and dragging you down, essentially. You burn out the energy that you have without giving it what your body needs. And that's it. And come on, I mean, think about it here. I know I'm stumbling a little bit, but it's not good for you. And they're telling obese people that it's you and not what you're eating. I mean, essentially, it is you and what you're eating. So that's not good. What your bodies actually want, or what our bodies actually want, are the vitamins, minerals, enzymes that we can get from simple sugars, like raw sugars, like what's in fruit and even whole grains. We need those because sugars turn to carbohydrates. That's what our body breaks it down into, and that's energy that we use as fuel and we burn throughout the day. What keeps us, we're not getting fat off of it. Our body will tell us you are full. When you feel full and you got enough vitamins and stuff, you feel full. When you eat junk food, you can just keep eating it because you're not giving your body what it needs. So we don't need to be eating that stuff. And there are tons of alternatives. There's raw sugar, not to be confused with brown sugar. Brown sugar is just white sugar with some molasses sprinkled on it. There's agave nectar, which is a cactus sugar. There's lohan cow or lohan, which is a Chinese sweetener or sugar. There's stevia, which is an herbal sweetener. And if you can't believe the FDA is banning it or has banned it or is trying to, I don't remember where I heard that from, but I got wind of that from somewhere. So even though we're accustomed to, as Americans, are accustomed to this white sugar and this extra sweet stuff, because high fructose corn syrup is extremely sweet, that it's cheaper than using sugar, which is another reason why that's included in food, same as partially hydrogenated oils. They are maximizing profits and minimizing their spending. Come on. There's xylitol. That's a wood sugar. That's also another sugar alternative. So there are tons of other ways. But, we're accustomed to the white sugar. But, get used to not having it and go back to it and see how you feel. And all you have to do is just be disciplined, don't have it, and you'll get accustomed to not having that stuff. You'll acclimate yourself to it. So be good to yourself, love yourself, and, cut out all this crap you're eating, alright? I'm Belly number 1 here signing off, and I'll check you guys out next time in part 4 of the series, What They Don't Want You to Know About, and I'll tell you what that one's going to be about next week, alright guys? Peace, and thanks for watching. Keep pressing play.